Cohen is loved and known Jew in his community. Baal Tshuva, he now takes care of bringing Jews closer to Judaism. When Aaron is asked about his journey that brought him closer to the Torah, he responds with a smile. Do you know who made me return to my sources? Hard to believe, and yet it's thanks to a Palestinian student. So let's put things into context. Aaron did not grow up in a Torah-friendly home. From his childhood, his exceptional talents were recognized and he was sent to a gifted school. At 22, he began studying nuclear physics at a German university. The country financed his studies with the aim of using his talents as soon as he returned to Israel. At the German university, he rubbed shoulders with students from many countries, and the Arabs frequently bullied Jewish students. In Germany, Aaron and his friends feel in their flesh the hatred against the Jews, even though they are not religious and do not respect the mitzvos. It was really peculiar to him himself. In its efforts to appease the situation, the university took the initiative to organize a public debate and invited Jewish and Arab students to participate. Aaron was chosen to lead the group of Israelis. He thought that this initiative was internal to the university, but one day he was surprised to discover an invitation from the Israeli embassy in Berlin, which was then the capital of Germany. The ambassador received Aaron and explained to him that the Israeli Ministry of Foreign Affairs gave some importance to this future meeting. It was decided to place at his disposal a series of specialists, historians, Middle Eastern specialists, diplomats, and specialists in the art of debate, to prepare him for this confrontation in all its aspects. They trained in fictitious debates and challenged Aaron, while disputants representing the Arab side responded to Aaron's arguments and exposed arguments from the other side. Aaron was charged with offering them a victor's answer. On the day of the debate, Aaron had a good feeling. Specialists put at his disposal by the Foreign Ministry Affairs had prepared him well, and he'd given him a mass of information. Everyone around him had encouraged him and assured him of his success. The evening of the D-Day, the room was full. Students from around the world, along with the university staff, came to attend this interesting session. The first part of the debate went well. Aaron easily surpassed his Arab opponents, and the audience applauded his precise and intelligent responses. The preparation had proved itself. At the height of the dispute, Aaron opened a Tanakh, the Bible which had been offered to him by one of the members of the embassy, and began to read to the spectators the passage underlined for him. Aaron therefore reads verses taken from Parshas Egev, in which Hashem promised his people a land, Eretz Yisrael. All non-Jews, it was written, will be delivered into the hands of his people, and every place where they will set their foot will belong to them. No one will stand before them, and they will put their fear on the face of the land of Israel. We, just like you, believe in the Bible, Aaron told his Arab opponent, and he closed the book and stared at it. In this case, can you explain to me why you claim the same land that God promised to the Jewish people? Silence settled in the audience. Aaron's argument was convincing, and his way of exposing it is precise. It seemed that the debate was about to end with a dazzling victory. Now at that moment, the Arab student smiled and pointed to Aaron's Bible. You read before us verse 3. Could you read the preceding verse? Aaron returned to the verse in question and read, If you fully respect this mitzvah, which I command you to love your God, to follow his ways, to bind you to him, the Arab student smiles. This is the condition to which God gives you the earth. If this is so, if you do not fulfill this condition, namely, to respect the commandments of your religion, what value do your arguments have? With God's help, Aaron tells us, I managed to divert the conversation and dispel some of my impression my opponent made about the audience. The debate had ended. I went home, and that night I was not able to sleep. The words of the student trotted in my head and bothered me. Why indeed? We demand a right on this land of our ancestors if we do not fulfill the condition presented to us in the Torah. This is how the process began, after which I had the privilege of doing tshuva. In conclusion, you see, I was right. I really got back to my roots, thanks to a Palestinian student. Shabbat Shalom.